Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wingless Wednesdays on the Dirt Racing Network. Wicked Energy Come Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors. Up first for you tonight from the Kokomo Raceway. Got 40-plus cars checked in for this one. Looks like we're getting close to the 50 mark now, about 47. This guy's got about a minute and a half of practice left. Hello, Robert. Once they get to their practice session, we'll cut them loose for some qualifying. You guys will get to watch our national anthem. And we'll get ready to kick off Wingless Wednesdays. Don't forget, doubleheader tonight. Midgets first, and then the 316 wingless cars. Right back here at Kokomo. Been a great week of racing right here on the Dirt Racing Network so far this week. A lot of great action. We've seen several really good races. Seen a lot of different winners. See if we can get 3 in a row. I believe Mr. LB won last week, and that made him our first repeat winner of the season. See if he can go for 3 in a row. I know he is in attendance tonight. Saw his name on the entry list a little while ago. Down to around the 20-second mark here. These guys are about ready to wrap up their practice session, and they will be ready for qualifying in just a moment.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mr. Foley, for the national anthem. These boys wrapping up. Wow, that is just not going to turn off. Wrapping up their qualifying efforts. Hunter Connolly right now, quick qualifier. James Edens, Cody Downard, Corey Clay, and Dustin Griffiths sitting inside of our top 5. I see all the likes going up. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget, likes and shares. We appreciate those greatly. Going to put heat race number 1 out on the track. 12 cars scheduled to be in this one. 4 heat races on the docket for you. All right, we do know that on the pole is going to be the 073 of Nick McGathey. And to his outside, the number 105 of Brandon Steele. Row 2 on the inside, the Splash and Go graphics. Number 82 of Dustin Griffiths, and to his outside, the BAM accessories, number 301 of Hunter Connolly. Row 2 on the inside, the Browns quality paint and body, number 292 of Peyton Grease, and on his outside, the 238, that is our Anthony Marvalijo. Row 4 on the inside, the 103 machine of Chris Verda, and on his outside, the Dirty Old Bastards, number 20 of Jonathan Lowe. Row 5 inside, the Team VLR, number 23 of Stephen Calavoda, and on his outside is going to be the 145. Another Splash and Go graphics machine, that is Brandon Griffiths. And in the back row by himself, the number 19 of Tim Burner. Don Hunter not making the call, so we're only going to have 11 cars in this one. Pace truck in on the backstretch. Going to bring him off turn number 4, heat race number 1, about to get underway. Off into turn 1 and way to the top side. Brandon Steele trying to shoot down. Oh, you saw McGathey try to go in hard on the bottom, had to really jump on the binders, flattened the car out for him, and he wasn't able to hang on to anything. He fell all the way back to the 4th position. He's got Peyton Grease in front of him. Brandon Steele in front of that. Dustin Griffiths with the early lead. The orange and gray machine there down on the inside. Trying to take the lead and hang on to this. Clips the implement tire. 360. He's going to keep it going, but he's going to lose multiple spots, falling back into 5th or 6th position here right in front of McGathey.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Brandon Steele almost had the lead at the line. I think they're going to give it back to him here. He might have been scored that way when the caution came out. Going to see that Nick McGathey, when we go back to take a look at this, he got into the back of Griffiths, and I think it just upset the car, and when he put the throttle back into it, it just went the rest of the way around. So he had to try to gas it up and get it to turn, and it just really isn't thinking too much about doing it. So caution number 1, right at around the halfway point here. Steele, Grease, Conley, Lowe. Then Dustin Griffiths, Verda, Brandon Griffiths, Marvalijo, Calavoda, and McGeethy. Our top 10. Tim Burner sitting in 11th spot. All the cars still on the track. Thank you, Robert. Welcome in, everybody. Doubleheader tonight, Wingless Wednesdays. Got the Northwest Focus Midget Series going on right now. We'll have the 360 Series by Pawkins Custom Tailgate Games here in just a little while. Right now, Heat Race 1 on the track. Steele about to bring us back to the green. He's going to have 3 laps to try to hang on and get an automatic transfer spot. Off of turn number 4. Still Brandon Steele. Not a lot going on right now. Griffiths and Grease going at it just a little bit. Griffiths went to the inside off of turn 4. Took away the 3rd spot. Moved Peyton Grease back to the bubble, but Grease trying to fight back on the inside right there. Just had to back the car down a little bit. A lot of contact back in turns 3 and 4. We're going to try to stay focused on this battle right here. Oh, Grease gets a little too throttle happy. Lifts the front end of the car up, and Dustin Griffiths went in and bumped Brandon Steele, but Hunter Conley, Brandon Steele, Dustin Griffiths, and Peyton Grease going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're going to take the transfer spots. Everybody else looking at consolation races for this one. This track still looks pretty heavy. Ton of grip out there, and these guys are going to be fighting that. Trying to keep the front end down so they can at least have a little bit of steering in the car. On the pole, going to be the 47 of Skylar Brown for heat race number 2. On his outside, the Hulk, David Heileman in the Napa Auto Parts, number 49. Row 2 on the inside, the Mobile 1, number 5 of Rusty Kruger, and on his outside, his teammate, Swindell Speed Labs, number 211 of James Eden. Row 3 on the inside, that's the WRD, number 151 of Austin Woods, and on his outside, going to be Troy Wagaman Jr., the UDSRA, number 119. 201 of Braden Fincell sitting on the inside of row 4 with Jeff Westergaard and a 166 on his outside. In row 5 on the inside of the 110, Kevin Hanley, and to his outside going to be the 77, the Wicked Energy Gun Machine of Aaron Schaefer. And on the last row on the inside, the Top Gun Motorsports number 67 of Brandon Igo with the 130 of Hunter Brady sitting to his outside. Well, good morning, Rob, because I know it's morning over there where you're at. Pace truck in, going green off turn number 4. Brown and Heileman on the front row.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. Skylar Brown working the inside, 3 wide for just a second right there through 1 and 2. You see James Edens, the purple and white car, trying to make the run off the top. Trying to find his way around Heileman. He and David making plenty of contact, and Edens is around.
Caution is out.
Back here, take a good look at this one. Off of turn 4. This is going into 3 right here. You see they're not that far apart. Heileman sliding up on the line. Edens coming down. They meet in the middle. Mr. Edens' car bumped around several times. He'll make his way to the back of the field, it looks like. 5-car Rusty Kruger getting some spots back there. Timing and scoring, getting the lineup straightened out right here. Looking like Brown, Heileman, Kruger, Westergaard, Woods, Fincell, Schaefer, Igo, Brady, and Hanley going to be our top 10. Edens and Wagaman are rounding out the field. For heat race number 2, they're going to go back to green. Next time by, so we're going to be at the halfway point. Brown on the throttle. The green flag comes back out. Racing resumes. Heat race number 2. David Heileman into Rusty Kruger going to the high side. He had Westergaard on the inside of him right there, but Westergaard not enough drive off the exit of the corner to hang on to the spot, keep him in the 4th spot. On the bubble in front of Austin Woods. Austin Woods, the black and white machine. Oh, bunch of contact there. Braden Fincell. They're still hooked together when they came off turn 2, and Fincell comes away with the 5th spot. But that gives Westergaard just a little bit of breathing room. And now Aaron Schaefer through the middle. The 77 machine looking like he's going to take the 5th spot away from both of those guys. Those guys couldn't stop being hooked into each other a couple of laps ago. With 2 laps to go, David Heileman now has the lead on the high side briefly. He's going to cut underneath Brown. Try to take it the rest of the way here in 3 and 4. Comes off on the high side. The Hulk out in front. Oh, Skylar Brown cut to the inside in front of Kruger. Both those guys going to be able to continue after a couple of nice pirouettes. But that lets Westergaard into the 2nd spot. David Heileman's going to win the heat race with Westergaard 2nd. Kruger looking like he's going to finish 3rd. And Skylar Brown comes back and takes the 4th and final transfer spot. A lot of action in that one coming to get the white flag. Everybody else is going to go play in the alphabet soup. They'll go back and get ready for that while we get ready for heat race number 3. On the pole, the Splash and Go graphics. Number 2 of Tyler Chalkin. To his outside. Team setting number 84, Billy Rowley. Row 2 on the inside, 124 of Jim Chisholm, and to his outside, Cody Downer drives the 003 car. Row 3 on the inside, Chris Roberts in the 93 machine, and I don't know why that car don't have the right paint on it, but I know that's not the right paint. And on his outside, going to be the 210 of James Tiernan, the Dirt Track Terror. Row 4 inside, the Factory Cane, Black Number Motorsports number 42 of Sean Wallenfels, and on his outside, Cole Kirkman in the number 10 car. The Andes, Frozen Custard, number 94 of Todd LeBeau inside row 5 with the Flying Fossil, the 055 of David Flick on his outside. And in row 6 on the inside, the 311 car of Alex Smolders, and on the outside will be the 098 of Garrett Adams. Heat race 3 of 4 about to commence. Right here off of turn number 4, Chalk and Rowley on the front row. Chalk on the throttle. Big jump for him, and he's going to bring the inside row with him. That's going to bring Chisholm into the second spot. Rowley around the high side, going to hang on to third off the exit of the corner. And Chris Roberts going to settle into the fourth and final transfer spot for now. But we'll see what the Catfish does. He tries to get down low, move forward, or if he stays in that middle groove and just tries to defend the position. He's got Downard and Wallenfels looking around, trying to get there. Wallenfels not able to stick it that time. At the front, Jim Chisholm now around Tyler Chalk on the bottom. He has taken that car right down on the inside, right on that little bit of off-camber track right there up against those tires. He is making it work, and we got caution. Believe it might have been LeBeau in the middle of this. Oh, they were 4 wide right there. Now down to 3 wide on the exit. And LeBeau looks like he clips the fence, tips the car, and then it gently rolls back over and lands on its wheels, so he's going to be able to keep going. Going to be at the halfway point right here. Probably going to have about a 2 or 3 lap shootout when they get the green. Chisholm, O'Reilly, Chalk, Tiernan, Roberts, Wallenfels, Flick, Downard, Smolders, and Kirkman. Our top 10. Garrett, Adams, and Todd LeBeau right outside that top 10. He may have been trying to keep moisture in the track. Who knows? 3 laps to go when they take the green. They're going to take it off turn number 4 this time by Chisholm on the point. Rowley, Chalk, and Tiernan hanging on to the transfer spots, but Chris Roberts lurking right behind Tiernan.
Green flag.
Green flag back over the speedway. Chisholm goes to the bottom. Rowley to the top, and Chisholm clips the tire on the inside. That's going to put Billy Rowley out in front of the field. 2 to go. Rowley, then Chisholm, then Chalk, and Tiernan still hanging on to that 4th and final transfer spot. At the front, Billy Rowley gives up the lead at the line with a white flag in the air. Jim Chisholm had it on the inside, and he is going to try to stay down there right on the bottom, see if he can pull off the win right here off turn number 4. At the line, Chisholm, Rowley, Chalk, and Roberts going to take the transfer spots. Chisholm clipped him right at the end, it looks like. Very close call right there. Final heat race gridding out on the front stretch. Defending series champion in this one. Back-to-back series winner this season in this one on the pole. The Lepresto Racing Wicked Cushion number 57 of Anthony Lepresto, and on his outside, this Wendell Speed Labs number 75 of Adam Elby. Row 2 on the inside, the Valvoline 317 of Tyler Silva, and on his outside, the UDSRA number 411 of Corey Clay. Row 5 on the inside, the Wicked Cushion Team Seti number 92 of Mike Keegan, and on his outside, the Diamond State Tattoos number 181 of Brent Hobson. Inside, row number 4, the Trophy Dash number 183 of Chance Crum, and to his outside, Cole Cabre in the number 40. Row 5 on the inside, the Barnes Painting LLC number 146 of Marty Barnes, and to his outside, the 072. That is a Ford-powered entry of Jeffrey Stewart. And on the back row by himself, the Rockstar Productions number 022 of Mason Hannigan. Pace truck is in. Final heat race about to get underway right here. 10 more heat racing laps. We're going to put 4 more cars into the feature. The green flag is out. Anthony Lepresto leading us into turns 1 and 2, but LB's on the top side trying to find the drive. And he powers the car deep into turn 3 on the high side, but just not quite enough yet to get the lead. Now he crosses over on the inside of Lepresto, goes inside out off 2. He and Lepresto going to duel down the backstretch, and LB's got the best of it. Off into turn number 3. LB with the lead at the end of 2. Tyler Silva sneaking around the high side, and he had the spot till the caution came out. Lepresto back to 3rd. Clay was 4th. Brent Hobson's machine looks like maybe had an issue that lap. The white machine at the back right here. We'll see what happened to Mr. Hobson. Oh, down and in, there was already problems. Looks like Keegan and maybe Marty Barnes got together, and Hobson just right in the middle of that. Oh, there he is, Jeff Scott in the channel. LB Silva, Lepresto, Clay, Crum, Cabre, Hannigan, Stewart, Keegan, and Barnes, your top 10. Brent Hobson, the only car off the track. All right, pace truck headed in. 4 laps to go when we get the green right here. LB still on the point. Looking to go for 3 in a row tonight.
Green flag, green flag.
Flag in the air. Down to the bottom, Corey Clay trying to work the inside line, see if he can move forward, get off of the 3rd position, maybe put a little bit of pressure on somebody in front of him or behind him. Cole Cabre out of shape. Way out of shape on the backside. That is going to pretty much stop this one. And I believe it's going to end right where it was. Go back and see what happened to Cole here. Looks pretty good coming into 3 and 4. Oh, got up there, got just a little bit goosey and turned it around sideways. And that's all it takes to expose the yellow flag. So this one looking like it's going to finish under the caution. LB, Silva, Lepresto, and Clay going to be our transfer cars. That's going to put 16 of them into the feature. We're going to get 8 out of our B main, but we're going to have a couple of other consolation races in front of that. We got, of the 32, we're keeping 8, so we're going to eliminate 24 cars in the next 3 races here. Have a 10-lap D, a 12-lap C, and a 14-lap B main before we get to our 35-lap feature. Likes and shares, guys. Follow us if you're not a regular follower of the page. Give us a follow. Let your friends know. If they're fans of dirt racing, they're going to love the Dirt Racing Network. The D main about to grid out on the front stretch for us. On the pole is going to be the 055 of David Flick. Cole Cabre in the 40 to his outside. Row 2 on the inside. Brandon Griffiths in the 145 and Aaron Schaefer, the 77 on the outside of that row. Row 3 inside. Cole Kirkman, the 10 car. Brent Hobson, the 181 on his outside. Inside row 4, Tim Berter, the 19, and on the outside, James Edens in the 211. Garrett Adams does not look like he's going to make the call for the inside of row 5, but Don Hunter is making the call on the outside in the 4 car. And on the back row, the 119, Troy Wagaman Jr., and to the outside, the 210 of James Tiernan. So 11 cars going to make the call for this one. We're going to take the top 4. We're going to move them into the C main. Everybody else done tonight in the Midget Series. You're such a pucker up, Calavoda. 10 laps on the board for this one. Only the top 4 get to continue tonight. Everybody else will be done, so we're going to send 7 out of this one. Actually make it 8, as Mr. Adams looks like he has made the call. I believe he might be on pit road, though.
Green.
Green flag is in the air. David Flick with the early lead and the caution almost instantly. I don't think that's Wagaman's car back there. I want to say it might be Kirkman's car, and it surely is. Oh, they got 3 wide there. Looks like Schaefer was on the top. Maybe Griffiths was in the middle, and they made contact. That put the 210 or the 10 car, excuse me, around. So they'll line it up single file. They'll give it a shot. Gonna have about 5 laps to go when they do it. Hello, Mr. Wheeler. Did you finally get done playing that weird thing you were doing last night? All right, you saw the pace truck drop to the inside. That means we're going to go green this time. 6 laps to go.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. Flick out in front of Cabré. Schaefer in third. Brandon Griffiths sitting in that 4th spot. The green and black car right there, but he's got all kinds of company now. James Edens coming around the top side. He takes the 4th spot away. Put Edens in the transfer spot. Griffiths and Wagaman now battling for the 5th spot.
Caution is out.
I do believe I saw Mr. Hobson's car get in there and get into the back. Of Mr. Wagaman down in 1 and 2. You see those two right by each other right there. Hobson a little hot into 1. Couldn't get it wound up. Now it's backwards in front of company. And that's never a good thing. So Mr. Hobson's car damaged enough. He is going to be finished for the evening. About a 1 lap shootout possibly here. 1 single lap to see who's going to transfer. Flick, Cabré, Schaefer, and Edens your top 4 right now. You see Troy Wagaman's car right there in 5th. Oh, Dennis. All right, the lights went out on the pace truck. We will have a 1 lap shootout. David Flick on the point. D main about to wrap up. They'll drop the green and they won't put another flag out till the checkered, regardless of what happens.
Green flag.
On the throttle, green flag, and the white flag displayed right here. Flick and Cabré battling at the front. Flick off the top side with a little bit more momentum, but Cabré bombs it down into 3 and 4. He's got the lead when they come off 4. Cabré, Flick, Edens, Schaefer going to be your transfer cars. Everybody else going to be done for the night. Those 4 we'll see again right here in the back of the C main. Cole Cabré with a last lap ditch effort around David Flick takes the win in the D main. Just waiting for the session to advance. And the final 2 rows will be made up of the top 4 from the last race. Right now on the pole, the 130, Hunter Brady. And on his outside, the 42, Sean Wallenfels. Row 2 on the inside, Mike Keegan, the 92 machine. On his outside, Nick McGathy, the 073. Row 3 inside, Brandon Igo, the 67. Outside, Todd LeBeau in the 94. Mason Hannigan, the 022, starting inside row number 4 with Anthony Marvalijo in the 238 on his outside. Row 5 is going to see Kevin Hanley, the 110 inside. Cole Cabré, winner of the D main on the outside. David Flick, the 055 inside row 6 with James Edens, the 211 on his outside. And on the back row by himself, the 77 car of Aaron Schaefer. 13 cars looking for 4 spots. Nick McGathy not making the car, so we're going to make it 12 calls. Phew, my goodness. 12 cars making the call to look for 4 spots. $12 laps to get it done. Oh, Jeremy. Brady and Wallenfels off the front row, about to go green right here. Green flag in the air. C-Main underway. Only the top 4 get to continue on. Everybody else done for the night. Off the top side, I saw LeBeau come flying in like a rocket. Now around the outside of Keegan, a little contact, and that raised up the front end of Keegan's car. He had to pedal it. Keegan going to drop all the way to 6, but Wallenfels is in front of this one. LeBeau is second. Brady's third on the top side. Cole Cabre slicing and dicing through traffic all the way into the 4th position for now, but James Edens on the bottom, the 211 machine, trying to work his way into one of the transfer spots, and he and Cole Cabre battling side by side for the final spot. Still Wallenfels out in front. Off of turn 2. Coming down into turn 3, right up against the inside. LeBeau takes the lead away from Wallenfels, but Edens on the top side making a charge. Edens looks like he could have the lead off turn number 4, and he does. From the back to the front. Move James Edens to the point. Todd LeBeau second. Mason Hannigan up to third. Sean Wallenfels sitting in the final transfer spot right in front of Cole Cabre, who's worked his way from the outside of row number 5 all the way into the 5th position. Caution out. David Flick's car. Looks like he didn't have any fun right there. He and Hunter Brady getting together in turns 1 and 2, it looks like. Maybe 3 and 4. Yeah, it's going to be 3 and 4. Brady gets kind of moved a little right there, and that broke his momentum. And now coming off turn 4, he's going to be just a little sideways, and he and David Flick going to come together. Oh, and Flick with the car still moving in front of Marvel Leho, and he got Brandon Igo as well. So Flick, Igo, and McGathy done. Looks like maybe Marvel Leho is still able to cruise around out there. Going to go green with Edens, LeBeau, Hannigan, Wallenfels, McGathy, Cabre, Keegan, Hanley, Schaefer, and Brady. Our top 10. 3 laps to go when they take the green off turn number 4 this time. Green flag back in the air. Big cut right there. Mason Hannigan from the top to the bottom and cut right across LeBeau. Took the spot away. Move Hannigan to third. LeBeau in fourth. The caution is out. Not sure how this one's going to get scored. Kevin Hanley's car to the infield. So I think he may have been part of that, but we're going to find out how the finishing order is going to line up in this one when they cross the line right here. Our 4 transfer cars, James Eden, Cole Cabre from the back of the field to the front. Mason Hannigan and Todd LeBeau. Everyone else done till we get into the 360s tonight. So the C main going to wrap up right here. We're going to move on to the B main. We're going to take 8 cars from the B main, put them in the back of the A. Put 35 laps on the board. When we get the opportunity, Glenn, we will. We haven't really had too many opportunities to put the stock cars out. All right, B main on the track. 12 laps scheduled for this one on the pole. The 103 of Chris Verda. On his outside, the 151, that is Austin Woods. Row 2 inside, Tyler Chalk in the number 2 car, and on his outside is going to be the 183 of Chance Chrome. Row 3 inside, Steven Calavoda, the 23 on his outside, the 201, that is Braden Fincell. Row 4, the 311, Alex Smolders on the inside, the 072, Jeff Stewart on the outside. John Lowe in the 20 inside row 5 with the winner of the C main, James Edens, the 211 to his outside. And then Cole Cabret inside row 6 in the 40, and on the outside, Mason Hannigan, the 022. And on the back row by himself, the 94 car, Todd LeBeau. 13 cars, we're keeping 8. So 5 more done at the end of this one. Getting down to it, B main on the track. 12 laps, top 8 transfer to the back of the A main. Everyone else done. We'll give them a couple of minutes to warm up. Get those that are transferring straight through from the heat races a chance to go out and see what the track is doing, make final adjustments. Then we're going to put 35 laps on the board and put 24 of the best midgets on the service out here and see who comes home with the victory. Right now, James Edens, Adam Elby with the back-to-back in the series. See if he can make it 3 in a row, but the green flag out over the B main. Chris Verda trying to take that early lead, but he's got a lot of challengers. 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Verda, chalk. Austin Woods comes out of there with the lead off turn number 4. You see Verda's car way up to the top side, found one of the potholes up there in the cushion. Doesn't slow him down. He threads the needle in 3 and 4. They were 4 wide for a split second. Now Verda's got the lead back. Chance Crum right behind him. Austin Woods on the bottom takes it back. A lot of braking, a lot of throttle going on right there. Verda lifted the front end off. Woods with the lead. Crum second. Chalk third. Tyler taking the spot away from Chris Verda. Now Chance Crum working the high side, trying everything he can to get the lead away from Woods. A little bit of contact right there. 3 wide off turn number 2. James Edens working his way towards the front. Cole Cabret down on the inside, the yellow car, trying to work his way around Alex Smolders.
All right, man.
Caution as Crum finds the wall. Gets the car facing the right way, but a lot of positions lost there. Seeing what happened to Chance, he was up there rim riding. Oh, little net code. Little net code looked like there was a lot of space between he and Woods, and it just brought his car to a stop, and he wasn't ready for that. I wouldn't have been either. So that is going to relegate him back to the 10th position. It's going to be Woods, Chalk, Eden, Smolders, Cabret, Verda, Fincel, and Hannigan right now in the transfer spots. Lowe and Crum on the outside looking in, but they're going to have a handful of laps here. Try to retake at least 2 spots. Only the top 8 going to continue. You're welcome, Woodrow. Hope you're enjoying the show. Guys, likes and shares. Share us on your wall to a group. To your friends. If they like dirt racing, bring them in. Make dirt racing great again.
Green flag.
Green flag in the air. 5 laps to go. Going to try to keep an eye on the back, but there's a lot of action going on at the front right now. Woods, Chalk, Edens all battling for the top 3 spots. Chance Crum sitting in 10th. Jonathan Lowe on the outside. Oh, that was Tyler Chalk. You saw him get sideways. Enough to bring out the caution. Go back and see what happened to Tyler off of turn 4 here. A little wide on the outside, and Woods come down off the top and just a little bit of contact, and it spun him around. So now the lap's getting pretty short. Jonathan Lowe, Chance Crum running out of opportunities. Not sure they're going to get another one. They may be done for the evening. That caution right there may have sealed their fate, and it looks like it has. This one going to finish behind the face truck. So Woods, Eden, Smolders, Cabret, Verda, Chalk, Hannigan, Fincel going to be our top 8. Lowe, Crum, Stewart, Calavoda, and LeBeau finished in the midgets for the night. James Edens playing the alphabet soup game. We'll see where he winds up in the feature race. Came from the D, working his way all the way to the A main. Cole Cabre making it through the alphabet soup into the feature race. So a 2-minute warm-up session about to commence. Why the guys are getting ready to do that. Wingless Wednesdays are presented by the Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series, Cognitive Warriors, and the 360 Wingless are brought to you by Hawkins Custom Tailgate Games. Right now you are watching the Midget Series. These guys getting ready to go to their AMA 24 cars, 35 laps. Guys, drop by and support all these great sponsors that put all this fantastic racing here on the Dirt Racing Network. Wicked Energy Gum. Look them up on Facebook. Northwest Focus Midget Series. Carla and Galen do a fantastic job up there. This is a driver search series. They're going to bring one of these guys up to Washington. Put them in a real midget car, one of their own cars. Put them out on the track and give them a chance to showcase what they've learned in iRacing. See if they can apply it to the real world. Awesome to work with them. Haven't seen them in the chat tonight, but if they are here, hi Carla, hi Galen. Hope you guys are enjoying the show tonight. These guys already down to our A main here in about 50 seconds. A lot of likes and shares, guys. Everybody on Twitch and YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us on both of those. We go live 5 nights a week. Wingless Wednesdays tonight, tomorrow night, triple header Thursday. Dirt Slingers at USA with their Tim Sims, General Tires, Howard Johnson's of Lima, Ohio, Fix 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. And then immediately following that, the Wicked Cushion 410 Outlaw Series with the Dirty Old Bastards. Back-to-back shows for them. I say they're at Lima. I'm pretty sure they're at Lima Land tomorrow night. All right, feature race gridding out on the front stretch right now. On the pole, the 301 of Hunter Conley, and to his outside, the 49 machine. That's the Hulk, David Heilemann. Row 2 on the inside, going to be Billy Rowley in the 84. On his outside, the back-to-back winner this season, the 75 car of Adam Elby. Current defending winner. He won the last 2 in a row. Row 3 on the inside, the 105, Brandon Steele on the outside, the 166, Jeff Westergaard. Row 4, the 124, Jim Chisholm inside, Tyler Silva, the 317 on the outside, the 292 of Peyton Grease inside, row 5 with Rusty Kruger in the 5 car on his outside. The 003, Cody Downard inside, row 6 with the 57, the defending series champion, Anthony Lopresto on his outside. Row 7 inside, Dustin Griffiths, the 82, Skylar Brown, the 47 on the outside. Row 8 inside, the Catfish, Chris Roberts, the 93 car inside, Corey Clay on the 411 on the outside. Row 9, 211, James Edens from the Alphabet Soup inside that row, and on his outside, Alex Molders in the 311. Cole Cabre starts inside, row 10, the 40 car, and Tyler Chalk in the 2 starts on his outside. Mason Hannigan, the 022 inside row 11 with Braden Finsell on his outside. And on the back row by himself, only 23 in this one. The 072 of Jeff Stewart. So 23 cars going to make this one up 35 laps. And they're going to go green this time off turn number 4. Hello, Michael.
Green, green, green.
Green flag in the air. 35 laps in the feature race right here for the midgets. Heilemann to the high side. Rowley. And a host of others down on the bottom. James Edens up to the top side as well. Watch for the 49, the 75 car to stay in lockstep with each other. Oh, this time Heileman puts the right rear in the fence. That allows LB to get by. Now LB's got his sights set on Hunter Connolly. Connolly been fast every single time he's been here. Out in front of this one by a pretty good margin, 15 car lengths. Billy Rowley in the 4 spot. A lot of challengers for him. He's on the high side, but he had Verda on the inside. Or that's Brandon Steele in the 105, excuse me. Thought that was Verda's car.
All right, man.
Similar in paint, and now caution on the racetrack. Chris Roberts' car appears to be getting away fairly slowly here. We'll see if maybe him and Lopresto. No, Anthony Lopresto already on the infield. Oh, yeah, Chris Roberts got the nose of that car cut across, and he turned it far enough to trigger the yellow flag. I don't know who that was. Maybe Cody Downard. Yeah, it looks like maybe Downard's car. Come down off the top side, cut right across his nose. So we'll move the white flag out to lap number 38. Wait for these guys to single on through here, and we'll show you what the top 10 looks like. What's broken, Tim? Jeff Scott was in here, and he left a link. You can go reach Jeff Scott, Ford Entertainment Group. Okay. So our top 10, Conley, Elby, Heileman, Chisholm, Rowley, Steele, Kruger, Griffiths. That's Dustin Griffiths. Peyton Grease and Tyler Silva. Right at about 31 laps left in this one.
Green flag,
Green flag. Back in the air. Conley with a good jump. We'll see how that pans out for him as Adam Elby goes to the top side. He likes to work the cushion. He likes to find the momentum line.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution is out. One more time. Mason Hannigan's car, possibly. If it wasn't, he was close enough to it. He got down the backstretch pretty slow there. Oh, it wasn't Hannigan at all. Tyler Silva was taking the tumble there. So they'll take that car down to the infield. Good evening, Brett Strickler. Did you get that race car fixed?
41.
Lap 41, our new white flag. Still Conley, Elby, Heileman. Now Chisholm in the top 4. Billy Rowley sitting in 5th. They're going to go green off turn number 4 this time. 30 laps to go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag displayed as soon as they were on the throttle.
All right, man.
Caution at the back. Billy Rowley's car around. He was in the 5th position when this happened. Follow the 84 car. See what happened to Billy on the restart. Oh, got into the back of Chisholm got a little bit of help. Brandon Steele really nowhere to go when that occurs. That turns him around in front of the field. So no real change. In our running order. 44 to be the new white flag lap. Pace truck in the infield. These guys going green off turn number 4. We're going to lap 44 now. Conley's on the throttle. The green flag is in the air. Right to the top side, Elby and Heileman. But on the bottom side, Jim Chisholm trying to make some noise. Just don't think that car is going to get through the corner the way he needs it to. Right now, he's not able to pick up any positions. Up there, even they were 3 wide, entering turn 3. Heileman was in the middle. Elby was on the top, and they were catching the leader, all 3 of them. But once again, caution. Tyler Chalk, I think, in this one. Oh, got clipped right there. Puts it up into the fence. Jeff Westergaard and he making a little bit of contact through 1 and 2. Westergaard got out of shape. That will put Mr. Chalk in the trailer. Let him get around and get up underneath the flag stand single file here so that the top 10 it can be listed correctly. Looks like we're going to go to 47 now. Conley, Elby, Heileman, Chisholm, Kruger, Dustin Griffiths, Brandon Steele, Cabre, Clay, and Brown are top 10.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag back over the speedway. Conley to the bottom, Elby to the top.
Caution is out.
David Heileman was down on the bottom in third, and once again, caution. Braden Finsel's car backwards in turn number 4. See what happened to Braden on the restart. Oh, came down. Everybody stacking it up. Looks like Westergaard and Cody Downard, Braden Finsel, all kind of coming together at the exit of turn 4 right there. No change in the top 10. Everybody was just getting up to speed when the caution came back out. Move our white flag out to lap 50, so we're going to be right around the 25-26 lap to go mark. Getting the green off turn 4 with Conley still on the point. He's on the throttle. The green flag is back out. Elby went to the top side. So did Heileman. Chisholm went to the bottom. Kruger, Griffiths, all on the bottom. Trying to see if they can make some noise, try to get closer to the front. Now Kruger's off the top side of turns 3 and 4. He's trying to close the gap here. Elby falling back now 4th. Chisholm into 2nd. Heileman up to 3rd. Elby trying to hang on, even trying to get a podium spot on this. Oh, Hunter Conley with the wheels off the ground down the front stretch. That's going to allow Chisholm to the outside, and David Heileman way off the top side put the Hulk in the lead. And caution over the speedway. Not sure who this one is for. Maybe Jeff Stewart. Jeff Westergaard. No, that happened in front of them. Looks like a possibility that it was Cole Cabre that was sideways. In turn number 2. Yeah, puts the right rear in the fence in 1, and then the car just flips up on its top. And he was just kind of along for the ride at that point. So the 40 car in the infield. We'll get the top 10 set for you here.
53.
53, the new white flag. Top 10, Heileman now at the point. Conley shown in 2nd. Chisholm 3rd. Elby 4th. Dustin Griffiths up to 5th. Rusty Kruger 6th. Corey Clay in 7th. Brandon Steele 8th. Skylar Brown 9th. And Peyton Grease, your top 10.
Green flag,
Heileman on the gas. Green flag back in the air. Caution laps go quickly here. Chisholm's car was down on the bottom. David Heileman, still your leader. Hunter Connolly second, but Jim Chisholm giving him all he wants off the bottom. Clips the implement tire, and he's backwards.
Caution is out.
Right behind him. Somebody else did too. I think Brandon Steele clipped that implement tire. Yes, he did. So he came through there and he clipped it second. Chisholm clipped it first live. You're going to watch that black and white machine, or the red and white machine right there. Clips it too. Then clips Chisholm, and then gets a little push from Peyton Grease. So the risk-reward of running down on the bottom is that you got to deal with the implement tires poking out right there. .56, our new white flag. 56.
56.
So still in the neighborhood of 20 to go, give or take. Let's make it 21 to go. Good evening, Mr. Williams.
Green flag,
Green flag back in the air. Heileman's on the throttle. Connolly right on top of him. Connolly to the bottom. Move Heileman to the top. These two battling down the backstretch for the lead right here in 3 and 4. Heileman's got the best of it. Adam Elvey up to the third spot now with Chisholm out of the way, and that's going to bring Rusty Kruger into the mix. He's in fourth. Dustin Griffiths on the bottom in fifth. The battle still at the front. These guys right on top of one another.
All right, man.
1 and 2
Caution
and
is out.
caution. Once again, the 105 car, Brandon Steele. Go back and see what happened to Brandon. That was off of 3 and 4, and I think that car might be broken enough this time that he's not going to be able to continue. Keeping it down on the bottom. Finds the tire in the middle. That car in on pit road. So the war of attrition being won by the implement tires. Only 13 cars still out on the track. Heileman, Conley, Elby, Kruger, Brown, Griffiths, Grease, Hennigan, Smolders, and Eden's your top 10. Chris Roberts, Jeff Stewart, and Braden Finsell rounding out the field. Lap number 59 for our white flag. Hello, Greg. You running non-wing, Brett? Gonna go green off turn number 4. Heileman still out in front of this one, but Conley and Elby, Kruger right behind that. 4 very, very fast cars at the front of this field.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. You see Conley down on the bottom, trying to work that slide line. Just wasn't enough. And keep Heileman up on the top side, working the cushion, hanging on to the lead. But Adam Elby, the 75 machine now, trying to get around the high side. Work off of turn number 2 and see if he can have the high side momentum off turn number 3 and put him into the second position. No, Conley shuts the door with the crossover move. Now Elby down to the inside. Heileman bad off of turn 2, and that's going to make us 3 wide in turn 3 for the lead. I don't know who had that. They could have scored it for Conley that time. Dustin Griffith's car into the infield. Go see what happened to Dustin here. Down on the inside, finds that implement tire in the center of the corner. Or right at the exit, I guess, of turn number 2, and up and over he goes. So it left Heileman in the front, Conley and Elby. Kruger, Brown, the top 5. Lap 62 going to be the new white flag. $15 to go when we get to green. Hello, Sean. How you doing? Welcome to the show, sir. All right, we're going green right here off turn number 4. David Heileman, Hunter Conley, Adam Ellie out in front. And
Green flag.
huge jump for Heileman. He catches the green flag, passes under the flag stand, and he's got the lead through the top side of 1 and 2. But Hunter Conley fighting back on the bottom. Trying to keep the battle alive, would like to get himself back in the front. A little mishap earlier cost him the lead, and he hasn't been able to regain it.
All right, man.
You better watch out,
Caution is
Adam
Caution
Ellie on
is
the
out.
top, and right when things start to get good, they go bad again. We'll follow Mr. Stewart. He was the last car. See where he finds trouble. That was Peyton Grease's car sideways. And we'll go back and see what happened. Peyton, a lot of throttle in the car, picking up the front wheels a bunch. When he gets down to turn 2 here in just a second, something's going to happen. That car is going to be backwards. Oh, pitched it in there just a little too hard. Got it past the 90-degree mark, and that, every time traffic is behind you, is going to trigger the yellow laundry. I think at most tracks in America, that is probably not a caution. But on iRacing, unfortunately, it is one of the pitfalls we have to deal with. Lap 65, our new scheduled white flag.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Heileman, Conley, Elby. These three, every time it starts to get good and they start to really get at each other, the caution has come out. Right now, Elby had a great drive down the backstretch, and he went to the outside in turn 3. Conley slid up in front of him, but Elby real quick with the crossover, and he's going to have the second spot when they come off turn 2. Move Elby to second. Conley back to third. Kruger is fourth, and Edens now up to the 5th spot. James Edens through the soup inside the top 5. Lap starting to wind down in this one. Be 10 to go this time off turn number 4. David Heileman out in front, watching the battle for second right now. Conley on the high side, Elby on the inside. And now James Edens trying to make his presence known. He is in the 4th spot. Started around, not 20th, somewhere around 17th in this field, something like that. Now Conley's into the fence on the front stretch, tips the car over.
Caution is out.
Caution back out. You watched it live right here. Got off turn number 4, pretty crooked. Got that right rear up over top the cushion, and a nice slow roll. At least it wasn't a violent incident. But that car going to turtle shell right there and stay until he removes it. His night going to be finished. Getting down to where we only got about 10 cars left in this one. Peyton Grease the back of those. Started with 24. Down to that 10. Heileman, Elby, Edens, Kruger, Brown, Roberts, Hannigan, Fincel, Stewart, and Grease in that order. 72 going to be our white flag. So we're down to about, I think that's right. 68, excuse me, 68 for the white flag. So we're inside the 10 to go mark. Going to have about 8 to go. 8 to go when we get the green. Still Heileman on the point, but the back-to-back winner right behind him, Elby. And Elby likes the high side until you make him go somewhere else. David Heileman working the cushion. Elby working the cushion. James Edens through the middle. Rusty Kruger back here in the 4th spot on the high side. He's got Skylar Brown right behind him. Top 5 around the top side of turns 1 and 2. Kruger didn't get quite the run through the center. Brown wasn't able to take advantage of it. This time Heileman just a little sideways in the middle of the corner, and that caused Elby to be sideways as well. Now Elby, big slide job line up through the center of the corner, but not enough.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
And Heileman right back around. James Edens' car involved in this last one. So Edens' run from the soup into the top 3 is going to come to a screeching halt right here, right rear end of the fence. Up and over he goes. minor contact there from Skylar Brown. But that is going to put the Alphabet Soup Bandit on the trailer. '71 going to be the new white flag.
71. I know.
Giving race control a little bit of a hard time. 9 cars on the track. Heileman, Elby, Kruger, Brown, Hannigan, Roberts, Fincell, Stewart, and Grease. Your field currently.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag in the air. 7 laps to go when they took the green. Going to lap 72. Heileman holding off Elby, Kruger, and Hannigan behind that. But right now, the top 2 starting to get away from everybody. Going to be a 2-car battle for the win, it looks like. 5 laps to go. Off a turn 4, a little sideways for the Hulk, and David Heileman could be in jeopardy of giving up the lead right here. Elby, big slide job in, but Heileman drives it down off the top, uses the momentum. Now going to bring the car out wide in front and parks it in there. Just 3 laps to go. These two battling for the win right here, trading slider after slider. This time Heileman up a little early, and that gives Elby the big run. 2 laps to go. Elby with the lead. Is he going to make it 3 in a row in the series? Heileman off for white flag in the air this time. Elby, Heileman, and Kruger. And I guess that was it. I thought we were going to lap 72. That's okay. Adam Elby, David Heileman, Rusty Kruger, your top 3. You have them cruise around once and then have one of them put it up on the podium and the other 2 park. Yeah, that'll be good. Tell David to scooch up. Adam Elby going to come around. He's going to bring it up on the top of the podium for us. All right, we'll get down here. We'll have our... yeah, I don't know when they learn. Looks like it's gonna work out right for us. Rusty, you there?
Yes, sir.
And I need you to leave your car on the track just a couple of seconds longer so we can pause everything when everybody's on there. But no big deal. You come home third tonight, man. Talk to us about that run and how you end up on the podium there, buddy.
To be honest, I'm not sure how I actually finished one of these things. That's been one of my struggles, like all season, as you and the audience can tell. But you know, James Eames, Adam Melby, Cavery, the guys from Swindell Speed Live Esports, they just helped a young privateer like me try and get the job done, and I finally gave them the result they deserved.
Well, a few cautions, and it seemed like some of those maybe wouldn't have been a caution at a real track, and that's one of the things that we fight in this sim. But every time you guys would start to really kind of get going and the flow would start to move, it seemed like it was getting broken. How hard is it to get back in a rhythm and stay focused so that you can, put the car on the podium at the end of the night?
It throws you off a little bit, but I just try to do the best I can to keep my composure and stay out of that wall. It seemed like it bit a lot of people. It bit James Eanes, as you can tell. He was having one heck of a run. Fate would have it, he found the wall.
Yeah, well, you still come home on the podium, man. Congratulations on that. Anybody need you a shout-out or a thank you to, and we'll let you celebrate a little bit.
All right, thank you. I just got to give the boys at Swindell Speed Live Esports for helping me try and look good for them. See you guys in the sprint car race.
All right, Rusty, thanks for taking the time. Look forward to talking to you in a little while.
Yep, see you later.
Your third place finisher, Rusty Kruger. Let's get him in here. The Hulk, David Heileman, you got a copy?
Yep.
All right, buddy. Well, you battled hard. A little bitty mistake there, it looked like, in turn 3 and 4, and that ultimately sealed your fate. But a great run to the front. You held it for the longest time. Talk to us about that race and your second place finish tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty much same deal every week. Track, it looked great at the start, and it's just the yellows. You can't get a rhythm. It was me, Adam, and Hunter there, and there's another guy. We were like 4 wide one time or something, and caution came out, and eventually it slicked up every time, and I don't know. Once there was about 10 cars left, because I was figuring, I was like, all right, usually when there's a bunch of cautions early, there's usually one long stretch at the end, and I was just waiting for it. I thought that one was it, and it was like 9 to go, but it wasn't. But the middle kind of came in there in 3 and 4, and then yeah, Adam was just faster at the end. I couldn't hit 3 and 4 how I wanted to. I was scared I was gonna hit the wall just on exit, and so I was just getting in the slick too much, and I was giving them runs into 1 and 2, and it was so bumpy going into 1. It was just hard to be consistent. I don't know. I probably just sound like a sore loser because I say the same things every week, but yeah, it was just that track would have been a lot funner than it was.
I'm ready for you to say Hulk smash, but not going to happen. We're going to give you a chance to give a shout out to your sponsors, say thank you to anybody you need to, and get ready for the 360 race, bud.
Yeah, KKR Sim Team, Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion. Thanks to the stewards for sponsoring, or Focus Midgets for sponsoring the series, and the stewards for doing the driver search. Brings a lot of our guys who wouldn't normally run this into the fray. But yeah, and a good win to Adam.
All right, thanks, David. Look forward to talking to you after a while. Your second place finisher, David Heilman. Let's get the winner in here. He's starting to make this a habit, and I don't want to assign a chair to the guy, but Adam Elby, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Man, that is 3 in a row, is it not? And that is very impressive. Talk to us about that race and how you're ending up on top of the podium this fine Wednesday evening here at Kokomo.
I wish it was 3 in a row, but that's for right now. But yeah, it was definitely a longer race than we thought. Hoping maybe for whatever reason that maybe a smaller track make people be a little bit more cautious and we get some less yellows, but that didn't really happen. So kind of hate to see that. When we did have some green flag runs, I feel like the racing was really good. A lot of lines everywhere, and you could pretty much run anywhere. And I think we saw that up front, and just wish that we could get some more green flag laps for the fans and everybody who puts us on.
Yeah, it seemed like every time you guys were starting to get in a rhythm, starting to put a little bit of a battle together, that the caution would come out, and then it would single file out, and it would take a couple more laps to get that going again. I asked Rusty, how difficult is it to get refocused and knowing the job and try to go back and get back in your rhythm after you get a caution, right when things are starting to really get hot?
Once it's time, I think you're pretty much ready for the most part. But when you're anticipating more yellows, you're gonna drive the car a bit harder because you're expecting something and you want to get by the guy in front of you before a caution comes out. And that's kind of what happened to me when I tagged the wall going into 3 and 4. I finally had a run on Hunter, and I was thinking, caution may come out, so I'm just gonna drive it in a little harder than I normally did, and the wall bit me. But we're glad that we're able to. Maybe that stepped us down a bit. I don't think we really ever left the top. We tried the middle a little bit, but just wasn't quite there for me. I knew the fence would be good enough, and I'd say it was.
All right, man. Well, a fantastic run. You come home with the win. I thought it was 3 in a row. I know you've won 2 this season. I thought they were back-to-back, so if it is not, my mistake. But that definitely is 2 in a row. You're going to get another interview with Sean, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like you're going to get Shawnee. He came in to ask if anybody was going to be a new interview this week, and the answer to that question, Sean, is no. You're going to talk to the same guy again. So congratulations to you. Anybody need a shout-out or thank you to, and we'll let you get ready for the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. I got a guy. Thanks to my guys over at Swindell Speed Labs. We get got some great setups, and they definitely make my job easy. And Bell Helmets for coming on board. I got to thank the Northwest Focus Midget Series, with Galon and Carlos Stewart and everybody who helps their personal series out, and who helps promote this. We can't thank them enough for everything. Got to thank my girlfriend sitting here back behind me, always supporting me, even if it's just a video game. I thank her enough for that, and you guys for putting this on in DOB. I love, like I always say, I can't wait to already go back and rewatch the broadcast.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the win. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Your winner, Adam Elby. That is back-to-back. I thought it was 3 in a row, but it's 3 for the season. He did kind of sandwich one in between a couple, I guess, earlier. So Elby, Heileman, and Kruger, your top 3 in this one. That is going to do it for the first session, Wingless Wednesdays. The Wicked Energy Gum Northwest Focus Midget Series presented by Cognitive Warriors coming to an end tonight. Guys, stay tuned. Here just shortly, we'll be right back with the 360 series. But for right now, if you're not going to come back, good night. Thanks for tuning in. If you are coming back, can't wait to see you again. Chat it up in just a little bit, guys. Likes and shares. Appreciate everybody being here, and we'll see you again shortly.